We are at about day 14 through 16. So 31 days. So there's about what, 15 days left? There's a little over 2 weeks left. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Frank Giogo. For those of you who are new here, I am an online health and fitness coach. I help men and women lose anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds in about 3 months. Of course, I do work with people that aim to lose more. We just work for a longer period of time. And my approach to fitness and coaching is just sustainability, and sustainability and realistic, right? I prefer teaching you something that's realistic for your lifestyle as opposed to having you drop a crazy amount of weight in 3 months and then put it back on. So, um, again, if you're new here, I am doing the 30-day, 31-day challenge where I'm challenging myself to grow past my comfort zone and reach levels that I haven't reached before. So today we're recapping on the last 3 days. So today we're recapping on day 14, 15, and 16. When I started this challenge, my plan was to post a video every day and update you guys every day. But I'm not gonna lie, that's tough. That's tough. The people that like vlog every day, I don't know how they do it, but I'm thinking that they typically just talk to the camera, record, upload. That's it. With me, I want to have some music here and there. I want to have some B-roll playing in the background. I want to make it a little bit more creative, a little bit more good than just posting and speaking to the camera. But a lot of good has come from this challenge so far. Number one, I'm learning more and more how to reflect on what's going right, what's going wrong. I'm learning how to be consistent with posting. This is the first I've been this consistent with posting on YouTube in a long time, especially long form content, right? I'm learning more about myself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I'm picking up a lot. It's been very transformational, and I definitely think that this has been a good jolt in terms of content creation and even in terms of learning how to speak to my audience and the people that watch. So if you're here, if you're new, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting. Every little comment helps me out. I had a friend reach out to me recently and told me that he's proud of me for pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I that made my day. This is not an easy challenge that I'm doing. So essentially, my goal is to hit $30,000 in about 31 days. Um, we are at about day 14 through 16. So 31 days. So there's about what, 15 days left. There's a little over 2 weeks left. Things haven't been going as smoothly as I would have wanted, right? I haven't even cracked the 10K mark yet for this month, which is kind of crazy. Usually I crack that mark early on, but I've also had a lot of months. Believe it or not, most of the time with the months that I have big months where I do 14, 15, 16, a lot of that revenue typically comes in at the end of the month. I don't know if it's more psychological with me tending to go harder at the end of the month, or I don't know if it's psychological with people just doing more and being more likely to invest in themselves near the end of the month. You know how people typically start the month motivated, they're ready to go, so they're trying different things, and then the end of the month comes in and they're like, "Dang, I haven't seen any progress. Maybe I should get some help." So it could be a little bit of both. So day 14 through 16 has been pretty, it's not horrible. I'm not going to say it's been a horrible day. In the last few days, I've had 299 come in from recurring revenue, and then I have another 250 coming in today. So not the big big incomes that I need. I need to be bringing in 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 daily, if possible. Um, just because for me to hit that goal, I need to be doing the larger sums. So it's not horrible, but I'm not mad at it. You feel me? I'm not mad at it, especially since these are recurring. Um, so I'm gonna go over some of the things I'm learning and some of the things that make a huge difference in me moving forward. Because again, 2 weeks is more than enough time. At day 16, I'm right under 6,000. So I'm right under 6,000. So I need to, let's see. So there's still about, I'm gonna say 25, 24,000 to make up. So in about 2 weeks, So that's gonna be about. I love setting these high goals for myself because it forces me to just think think very differently. So that's about 12,000 a week. I'm laughing because I don't think I've ever done 12,000 a week, but essentially my goal for the next 2 weeks is to do 12,000 a week each week. Is it possible? Hell yeah, it's possible. Will I do it? Stick around and find out. So I love sharing with you guys what I'm learning. This is less about me saying, "Oh, here are my KPIs. Here's what I did wrong. Here's what I." That's the easy part. The KPIs are easy, right? I definitely do think just by looking at my KPIs, I could be doing better with my daily inputs. I don't think I'm sending enough messages. I don't think I'm booking enough calls. I don't think I'm doing enough, but that's besides the point. The number one thing that's been a recurring thing for me is the mindset. I personally feel like I am my greatest enemy. I personally feel like I'm holding myself back from growing, and that's because I've set such a large goal. It's easy to get caught up in the fact that, oh, I'm behind, I'm this, I'm that, but am I really behind? No, I got money in my account. I'm doing well. My rent's paid. So like in the grand scheme of things, I am doing perfectly fine. Even if I don't hit a $30,000 month, I will be perfectly fine. Life will continue to go on. My bills will be paid. My business will continue to grow. I might not hit this month. I could hit it next month. I could hit it the month after. I know it will happen sooner rather than later. You know why? Because I'm setting my intentions and I am doing the daily work. I'm reflecting and I'm adjusting daily to make sure that I can get there. So if it doesn't happen today, if it doesn't happen this month, I know before you know it, it's going to happen and I'll be updating you guys. So I know I need to stop freaking out. I need to stop letting the ego overrun my thoughts, as in, oh, this person canceled the call today. Oh, this is happening. Because when you start doing that, it starts tricking your brain and you start thinking, dang, I'm not getting any closer to my goal. But in the grand scheme of things, I am. I'm just not seeing it. In the grand scheme of things, I am booking calls. I am creating more content. I'm being consistent. I am doing the daily work that needs to be done for me to make sure that I get closer and closer to my goal. So rather than me freaking out consistently and saying, oh, blah, 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 I just need to detach from the outcome and attach to the daily inputs. Get in that flow state and just focus on that. Detach from the ego, detach from the self, detach from the big three. I'm actually reading this book that's helping me a lot with this. It's called Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself. And it talks about how sometimes we get caught up with the big three, which is your body, your environment, and time. And when you get caught up with the big three, you end up operating from a state of survival as opposed to a state of abundance, right? So this past week, I was operating from that state of survival. The previous week, where I actually ended up signing two new clients and I raised a lot of money, I was operating from a state of creation. I was in my flow state. But this week, I've been in that state of survival because I've been beating myself up for not doing as much as I needed to be doing, right? So now I'm trying to force myself to get back to that state of abundance and that state of creation. Because when you're in that state, things happen naturally, things flow. It's less effort, it's less stress. You're not stressed out. Your fight or flight is not active all the time. You're basically just operating from you're letting God lead you as opposed to you leading yourself, if that makes sense, right? So that's been the biggest thing. I'm realizing more and more that I am my own biggest energy. The ego, the self, it wants to keep me comfortable. It wants to lie to me and say, "Oh, you've never done this before. You can't do this. You've never this, but that's what the ego is meant to do. It wants to keep you. It's the same like your friends and your family, right? When you set new goals, when you set different things that you've never thought about doing, they're good. Like they might say some hurtful things, and initially you might be like, "Dang, do they love me, or are they just trying to like kill my dream?" But no, they don't. They do love you. That's why they say stuff like that, because they want you to be comfortable. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to fail. They don't want you to go through despair. They want you to be comfortable. They want you to suffer. So the ego is the same like your friends and your family. It wants you to be comfortable. It wants you to stay safe. Stay safe. It wants you to stay safe. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to be comfortable, essentially. So it'll do whatever it can to keep you in that state. Um, the biggest thing that I've realized over these last few weeks. And like I said, I really want to hit this goal this month. I 100% think it's doable this month. 100% think it's doable. And if I don't hit it this month, I know I'm gonna hit it maybe in February, maybe in March. I'm 125, 130% believe that. It's not even. I was talking to a friend recently because I was feeling down about, like I just told you, the ego. I was feeling down about not being close to the goal, and he mentioned, he's like, bro, you have to acknowledge you've set a really big goal. And I acknowledge I've set a big goal, but at the same time, I also acknowledge that I have people. I'm blessed enough to have people in my life, people who do the same business, who are hitting those months. So it lets me know that's possible for them and it's possible for me. I just got to align my daily actions, align my daily thoughts, and then attract the people who do it, do the work that's necessary to schedule those calls, to speak to those people, to book those calls. And I'm very confident that once they're in my atmosphere, once they're in my program, I can provide them results. Because if you haven't noticed, here's some clients. Here is Sam, 32 pounds in 3 months. Here is Maya, about 60 pounds in 7 months. Here is Alex, 35 pounds in 3 months. Here is Jay, was at 22 pounds in 3 months. Here is Francis. I can keep going on. I have hundreds of case studies of clients who I've been able to help with changing their lifestyles, implementing better sleep habits, eating better, being more consistent in the gym, changing their mindsets, dropping that ego that tries to keep them down. So like this is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. So, that being said, if you are a busy professional, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a business owner, and you'd like to have more mental clarity, you see the way I'm talking right now. This is mental clarity at its finest. You want to have more mental clarity. You want to have more energy daily. You want to lose a little bit of fat so you can be more comfortable speaking to the different clients you speak to the different people you speak to, so you can fit better in your clothes. If that's you, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. DM me the word YouTube Fit, and I'll know that you came from my YouTube channel and you're interested in the services that I have to offer, and then I'll be happy to work with you for the next 3, 6, maybe even 12 months and help you get in the best shape of your life. That's my pitch is done. All right, back to this. Back to this. Um, Another thing that I've learned recently is time management is the biggest thing. I've been very lackadaisical. I set my intentions with time, but I haven't been keeping track of everything, right? So I have to be better with time. I have to stay disciplined with my time. I have to go to sleep by 9:30 every night. I have to wake up at 4:30 every night. So one thing that I use a lot is ChatGPT. Sometimes I use it for ideation. I use it to help me brainstorm some ideas of what I want to say. So I give it exactly my ideas. It gives me a little brainstorm. It gives me a little script of what I can do. And then from there, I typically edit and rephrase it in my own. So because I use it a lot as a business owner, most business owners do. If you're a business owner that doesn't use AI, you should get on it, because AI is not going to take it's not going to take over jobs, right? But the people that use AI the best will take over the jobs. So because I do that, I decided to ask it to create me a schedule based on everything it knows about me. And it gave me a really good schedule actually, that I can abide by. And of course, I edited it, I tweaked it. I told it how much time it takes me to get to the gym, how much time it takes me to work out, how much time it takes me to drive home. So AI gave me all that stuff, and I'm gonna start implementing that schedule. I actually try to implement it today, right? So certain things that I want to cut out because they really serve me no benefit is waking up and reaching for my phone first thing. So no more phone in my room, no more phone in my bedroom. It stays in the kitchen, it stays by my desk. I can hear the alarm go off. Second thing is waking up at 4:30 and just getting started with the day right away. No craziness, no nothing. Just wake up, get started, right? Third thing is going to sleep at 9:30. No more watching television till late night. I don't typically do that often, but sometimes if I've had a long day, I might end up falling asleep watching a Netflix show, right? So these are the biggest threes that I have to start implementing. And I'm going to start breaking up my schedule into three specific quadrants. There is Maintenance, which is me checking in on my clients, making sure they're doing what they need to do, they're being consistent, they are implementing what I'm having them implement. The maintenance phase. There's the now phase, which is me doing activities that generate income in the immediate in the present, right? Which is taking calls, booking calls, scheduling calls, all that stuff. The now phase, and then the later phase, which is me doing activities which will help me generate income in the later phase of it could be in a day, it could be in 2 days, 3 days, whatever. So those are the three main quadrants that I plan on splitting up my day into: the money now, money later, money maintenance. So this is just me sharing what I'm doing, what I'm changing, what's going to work for me. And like I told you, if I don't hit this goal this month, I have no doubt that I'm going to hit it by February, by March. You know, so I'm very, I'm very optimistic, and I'm also very realistic about what I'm doing. So day 14 through 15, not a lot of income come in. I think I only had 299 so far, and then there's going to be another 250 today that I know, and there's more coming in next week, and then more the week after that. I love recurring revenue. Recurring revenue is one of the best things you can do for your business, because at least you know there's predictable income coming in. As much as I love getting people paying in full and doing all this stuff, I love having that recurring revenue because it gives me a cushion to not operate from survival, to say, oh, I need to do this. Like right now, as much as I'm operating from that day, I need to do this, I need to generate this, I need to do this, blah blah blah. I'm still pretty set in the sense that I have some good income just laying around that I can use for other things, that I can take care of different things that I need. So I'm not really freaking out. But of course, I don't also want to get complacent. I still got to get after it. I still got to do what needs to be done. So yeah, that's the end of today's recap. You know, this was day 15, 14, 15, and 16. So today is starting day 17. So there's only about 15 days left. Only about 15 days left. 14. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You know what? 2 weeks is more than enough time for God to work in your life. 2 weeks is more than enough time for God to change your life. 2 weeks is more than enough time for God to produce a miracle in your life. 2 weeks is more than enough time for you to analyze the data and to implement some new systems and to make things happen. So you should be doing what I'm doing every single day. You should be analyzing your data daily. You should be, if you see this right now, I go through and I track my KPIs every day. Every single day, I track my KPIs. You should be analyzing the data daily. You should be asking yourself, what did I do well? What did I not do well? What can I change for tomorrow? What needs to be better so that next week is better? All that stuff is stuff you should be doing every single day. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Thanks for checking in with me. Thanks for listening. I hope this motivates you to get after it, because your dreams are completely achievable. Give thanks to God. Thank you, Jesus. I live in abundance. I love everything. I am happy, and I am always striving for greatness. And I hope you are too. Peace.